why is it? That's a good question. Why is it do we, or not why is it? Okay, let me rephrase it. Why do Americans protect three things, right? That's banks, um, sporting events, and banks, sporting events. I forgot the last one. Banks, sporting events, and airports. Banks, banks, sporting events, and airports. But we don't do the same for school, whether it's college, whether it's high school, middle school. Why don't we? Why don't I'm not gonna say we, but why don't America protect the school system, but we focus on, or they focus on sporting events, banks, and airports. For one, banks obviously have boatloads of money, millions and millions of dollars, right? Now, the money don't come like early morning, right? It has to get transferred to the, you know, bus or truck, I should say. That truck goes to the banks and load the money in. Schools don't have, they have security guards, but they don't have protection like that. So that's why you see kids bringing in guns, whether they're armed or not armed, and then airports, obviously, as you can see, the tragedy that happened, was it 22 years ago or 23 years ago in 9/11? You see the destruction that can, obviously occur. You know what I'm saying? But why not schools? Why not do the same for schools? That's a good question. I wish I had the answer to that. I don't know. So let me know what y'all think. Why do gun control, is it implemented, or why why isn't gun control assist on schools but sporting events? Who gives a flying F about sporting events? Or to protect the celebrities, to protect the football players? Like we've seen a lot of fights break out in sports, after the game. Oh, your team sucks, that's why they never went to the Super Bowl, that's why they never won anything. That'll trigger a fan to do the most heinous stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously sports fans are emotional, to their team. They're physically, mentally emotional to their team. So that's why if you say, oh, the Browns never won anything, or if you pick a franchise that never won anything like the Bills or the Vikings, oh, they suck, or they never won anything, this and that, that's going to trigger a fan because they're heavily emotionally, mentally attached to that team, you know? Banks, obviously, we all know, we've seen a lot of bank movies, you know what I'm saying? Hire like 4 or 5 guys, to do inside jobs, steal as much as they can, get away with it, boom, later on get caught, get jail sentence or prison sentence. Airports, obviously, terrorist attacks, that's the reason why, but obviously they have failed, or, yeah, George Bush failed to produce higher protection, because now back, well, not really back then, but early 2000s, security, the security system wasn't good. It really wasn't. How did they get inside those planes? We'll never know. So I'm pretty sure they do background checks and they have monitors and stuff like that. Like, how did the terrorists pass by those? You know what I'm saying? Now they have obviously advanced technology, so now they'll, that's why they go through those ramifications and take your shoes off, take, whatever you have off, this and that. Whether you go to the courtroom, whatever, they have the same, I've been to the courtroom before, so they have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a belt, whatever, shoe. The only thing they'll ask you to take off is your pants and your shirt. But other than that, if you have anything on that's metal detected, they'll actually put it on the tray. They'll slide it in, see if there's anything in it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, to protect the school, you've seen a lot of shootouts, and you've seen, kids getting bullied. They bring guns to school, to, either impress somebody or to, defend themselves, or they'll, probably take their own life, which I've had a few friends of mine take their life because obviously, bullying went to all-time high. So that's a pretty good topic from Kurt. I'll put the link in the description box down below if you want to check his video out. I think he's in the same age range as me. I'm 33. I'm pretty sure he's like 31. So he's probably, millennial, expertise or whatever. But yeah, he just goes around campuses, college campuses, and just let the college kids air out whatever they want to air out, and he'll give his take, they'll give their take. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good channel though. It's a pretty good channel. But let me know in the comment section down below, why don't gun control be submitted in schools as well? Because if they're doing it in banned sports stadiums and airports, why not schools? Yeah, they have security at schools, but they're like patrol security guards. They're not really cops or whatever. So yeah, just let me know.